Welcome to this tutorial. I'm going to be showing you how to do a titration. For the titration I'm using phenolphthalein as my indicator. Phenolphthalein is hot pink when it's in alkali and it's clear colourless when it's in acidic solutions. The end point is this pale pink colour. The titration I'm going to be showing you is starting from this end, because the solution that we're titrating with, your standard solution that you've made, is sodium hydrogen sulfate, which is acidic, and the sodium hydroxide is in the burette. So we're going from colourless to the first appearance of pale pink. You can do the titration the other way. You can have your standard solution in the burette and you can have the sodium hydroxide in the conical. So you'll start with this hot pink colour and you're titrating it till the colour's virtually gone for your end point. When you come into the lab, you need to be wearing your lab coat fully done up and have your safety glasses on and over your eyes. All of the lab scripts contain COSH and risk assessment information, and you need to have read this before you start working. For the first stage of the titration, you need to wash your burette. So you wash it first with some deionized water. So check that it's securely in the clamp stand, and if you want to move it, you squeeze them together and you can move it higher or lower. So check the tap shut and put some water in. I'm putting it so it's rinsing all the sides. And now's a good time to check your taps working. So check it turns on and you've got quite a fast flow. Check you can turn it off. And you can get it so it's dripping. So let it drain, close the tap, and now you're going to rinse it with the solution that you're going to use. So in this titration, it's sodium hydroxide and sodium hydrogen sulfate. So we're going to wash the burette with the sodium hydroxide. So filter funnel when you're pouring, and again I'm just going to pour a little bit in. And then drain it out, and that's washing the burette out, and that's meaning that the only solution that's in the burette now is going to be the sodium hydroxide. So now you're going to fill it up. So you don't need to go to 0,0. So you don't need to go to 0,0 when you fill it. Somewhere between about 0 and 10, because then you've got 40 centimetres cubed for your titration. So when you've filled it up, take the filter funnel out and put it to the side. Before you start, you need to record the value on your burette. To do that, you need to be at eye level with the meniscus. Looking at this, I'm not at eye level to do it. So I need to lower my burette. So to do that, I've got a stool and I'm going to put the clamp stand on the stool, and now I'm at eye level and I can record an accurate reading. To help with seeing the level, I find it's useful to put something white up behind it. So a piece of filter paper is ideal. So when you've got the filter paper behind, it's a lot clearer to see the meniscus. And you can see on this that it is at 1.15 centimetres cubed, and you're doing the reading to 2 decimal places. Start your titration, make sure you've got your white tile. In my conical flask, I've got my 25 centimetres cubed of my standard solution, which is my sodium hydrogen sulfate, and it's going to go under. So I'm going to lift a little bit, and then I'm going to lower my burette so it's about there in my flask. Before you start your titration, make sure you add your indicator, so 2 to 3 drops. And just give it a swirl. So now you're ready to start. You've recorded the value at the top of your burette, you've got your solution in, you've got your indicator. So now I've reached the end point, and this is when you've got the first hint of the pale pink, and when you swirl it, it remains. So it's got to remain for about 30 seconds to a minute. So you can see that that's pale pink. If you add any extra, you've gone past your end point. If you do that with the rough titration, record what your value is, and you know that when you're doing your accurate first titration, that you're going to be adding less than what you've added for this titration. Do your next titration. All you need to do is get your filter funnel, fill your burette up with sodium hydroxide, and you can just do your next titration. And you're going to titrate until you've got concordant results, and that's results that are 0.1 apart. Thanks for watching, and if you've any questions, send me an email.